Meanwhile, Bishop lands in a new world after leaving Earth 63, where all mutants were black.
Whoa! Whoa! Where am I? Look, it's the X-Men. Hey, X-Men!
Hey, girl!
What world is this?
Oh, what do you mean, what world is this? This is the world where, us mutants are in charge, sister.
Why is everyone dressed extra flamboyantly?
What are you talking about, flamboyant? This is how all mutants dress. That's the thing, is as soon as you get your mutant powers, you get covered in glitter. Oh.
Wait a minute. Scott Summers, is that you?
Hell yeah, it's me. I'm called Big One-Eyed Monster, or Cyclops, if you know what I mean. Woo!
What the? Wow, this place is crazy. Wait, oh my god, it's Nightcrawler.
Oh my god, I'm dressed as Heidi Klum because I'm fashion and beautiful.
Wow. He is on a lot of drugs. Oh, look, it's Rogue.
Well, hey there, sugar. You know what I love? I love moving in with another girl after one date because I'm a lesbian. I'm a big old lesbian.
Oh, okay, let's get off that. Oh, Wolverine, you look the same.
Hey, bub. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I just like sucking cock.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 262 of Comic Book Queer's Legacy. I am your host, Brett. My favorite LaCroix flavor is lime, and with me, as always, is EvilJeff. EvilJeff, what is your favorite LaCroix flavor?
I think right now it's tangerine.
Ooh.
I've been really into like tangerine or like orange, like blood
Apricot?
orange,
Yeah.
tangerine, all of those like orangey mandarin. Those are all I'm into that right now.
Yeah, you should try apricot. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, for a while I
really good.
I liked pamplemousse, but mostly just because it sounded fancy.
Love it. Classic. You should also try beach plum. It's beach plum, not peach plum. It's beach plum.
Oh.
So that's weird. And also, what's up with peach pear? That's what I'm drinking right now. Who thought of that combination?
I don't know. I've actually been getting bubbly. Was it bubbly or bubble? Bubbly more than
bubbly?
Bubbly.
Yeah, bubbly.
More than
Bubbly.
LaCroix.
Okay.
So
Is that like
Is that bad?
cheaper? It's a saving money thing?
no, it's just a different. No, if you want the cheaper one, then you get like Safeway seltzer. They all taste the same. They're all basic. Someone always says it just tastes like somebody like burped the flavor into it.
Yeah, somebody whispered it from another room. Yeah. Peach pear.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. I'm just trying to stay hydrated, carbonated.
That's good. How about are there any hot topics that we should talk about?
I think there's one. Hit that music.
Ooh, we got some hot topics. Yeah.
Ooh, I've never experienced FOMO before. Typically, I want to be left out of anything and everything whenever possible. However, I'm reading something the other day, EvilJeff, and I got a feeling that it could only be described as FOMO.
Okay.
Did you know at San Diego Comic-Con this July, D23, the official Disney fan club, is hosting a Hellfire Gala. Gala?
That sounds amazing. Now, is there rules to it? Do you have to only dress up as a Marvel character or an X-Men character?
It says you just have to dress up, like you have to look fabulous.
Okay.
But it's like describing it. It's like 3 different areas. One of them is the Green Lagoon. Another one is like a dance floor that you get onto going through a Krakoan gate. I mean, there's like a hall of memorabilia, like an X-Men museum. I want to go.
That sounds amazing. All right,
Have you ever been?
No,
to Comic-Con?
To Comic-Con? Okay.
Have you?
Here's a great. I have been to San Diego Comic-Con.
You have?
Guess what year?
1971.
No, but I think that year is closer than the present from when I went.
When was it?
No, and maybe not. I went in like 1990.
Oh, okay.
I went in like 1994, 1993,
Listen,
94.
I feel like that was its heyday.
Well, this was when it was actually about comics. No, my dad was doing some business thing, and he was like, hey, since we're getting a divorce and I'm kind of not the best father, how about we like do some father-son bonding? And and we're going to go to LA and San Diego. And when we were at San Diego, this big sign was like comic book convention. I was like, what? San Diego Comic-Con? It was a coincidence.
Oh, shit.
That it happened to be happening. Oh, shit. And he's like, oh, well, let's go to this. And this was in my heyday. So who was there? It was like, this was right when the new X-Men came out. So I got issue number 275 of Uncanny X-Men. The one where they're in the Shi'ar space, where it's a fold out, where they meet up with Charles Xavier after he's been living with the Shi'ar forever. I had that fold out signed by Mr. Jim Lee.
Shit.
And I also got one signed by Alan Davis, because he was still doing Excalibur at the time. So I was living. I also got at the time, what's the guy who did the Uncanny X-Men, the artist not Rob Liefeld, who did all the Uncanny X-Men art during
Mark Silvestri?
Mark Silvestri. He had Cyberforce from Image Comics that just come out, and I got him to sign Cyberforce. So the only time I went was like now going like almost 30 years ago, and it was fucking awesome. I got to meet all of my comic book heroes at the time.
That's fucking
Never
great.
went again.
Last New York Comic Con I went to, last signing I got before leaving for the weekend, Mark Silvestri.
Oh my God! Wow. What did you have him sign?
We're tethered, you and I.
Yeah.
I bought a poster of his cover to Grant Morrison's Here Comes Tomorrow, the one where Wolverine is wearing those tight jeans and the cowboy hat, and he's like showing butt.
Yeah.
He's looking over his shoulder at the camera.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Just brings back so many memories. I should go again at one point, but then it's so like not even hardly about comics anymore. There's so much like
we love everything it's about.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like it's just, the commercialism and capitalism and the environment.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Listen, have you seen that CW show Gotham Knights?
Is that new?
Yeah.
No.
All right, we'll talk about it later.
Is it a spin-off of the old Gotham?
It's so weird. No. Nothing to do with it.
I feel like there's just too many Batman things. There's literally like 20 Batman shows, and they're all not in the same universe.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just because it's like every single actor, like we want to give every actor their own role to be able to play Joker at least once in their life. You're not really an actor.
Everybody, an Oscar for everyone. and you must win the Oscar for it, because we always give Oscars to Joker.
How many Jokers have been nominated for an Oscar?
I was just going to ask you if Jack Nicholson was nominated, and I feel like he was.
For Best Supporting Actor. So it's 3.
So we've had
3, and 2 of them won. That's crazy.
Crazy. No other villain.
Now, will Harley Quinn be nominated, Miss Lady Gaga, in the sequel? That's interesting. Oh, God.
All right, did he die at the end?
No, he murdered the nurse and like escaped to the mental institution or whatever.
Oh.
I have a question for you. This is going to be more putting you on the spot.
Okay.
You just found out you have tickets to go to the Hellfire Gala, but you have you have to do an X-Men. You have to go as an X-Man. What X-Man would you go as, and what would your Hellfire Gala look like?
This is a great question. I would go as wow, this is a really good question. I would go as Havoc because I like black, and I would fashion my suit to look like a space tuxedo.
Okay.
Like with tails, top hat, all of it.
Would you still have the white striped hat thing?
Absolutely. I would be given those concentric circles everywhere.
Would they go? Would the top hat be inside of those concentric circles?
I think it would be surrounded by them. Or no, I think it would be comprised of them. So like it would just be concentric circles in like a vertical tower coming up out of my head.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like with the rings, I can make them come out of my head and fashion them into a top hat.
Okay.
What about you?
I would dress as, now think of this. Imagine Betsy Braddock, who she's not Psylocke anymore. She is Captain Britain, but she's gonna just forsake the Captain Britain imagery, and she's gonna take it back to old school Psylocke. Remember Psylocke when she first joined the X-Men? Her pink outfit with the poofy shoulders,
her frilly pink poofy, yes.
Poofy thing. But also remember her hair, where it was all kind of high on top of the little curls.
Talk about Alan Davis.
Do you know what that kind of reminds me of? It's very Marie Antoinette. So I want to take that outfit, take her poofy hair, and make it super high, almost like a Marie Antoinette hairdo.
Yeah. And
then turn that pink poofy outfit into a full, like with a huge corset and poofy out gown, like Marie Antoinette gown. And then her butterfly effect will be a mask, like a masquerade mask. So it'll be like a 17th century Marie Antoinette masquerade mask look, but done up all in the original costume.
Like Kirsten Dunst to Marie Antoinette.
But with Betsy Braddock outfit. Yeah.
I love it. We're going to look so sharp.
Yes.
Anyway, this Hellfire Gala at Comic-Con, my God. Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah. Is it sold out already, Comic-Con?
I would imagine it is. I don't know.
Or is it not as popular anymore after COVID?
Oh, I think it's very popular.
Have you seen, there's people now that, I saw this one person was dressed as, he basically put fake arms in pockets, and his arms were wings. But because he had fake arms in pockets, it looked like his wings were real and were like,
oh, cool.
That's the cool thing, is being able to go to Comic-Con and seeing all of the good cosplay.
I mean, that's what the Hellfire Gala at Comic-Con is. It's going to be hyper cosplay, like a hyper cosplay function. I cannot wait to see pictures. If you're going, have a great time, have a drink for us at the Green Lagoon.
Do a tab of acid.
Do a tab of acid. Go to Lair X, where there will be inspired activities with its very own dance floor, bar, and seating area. Yes. I'm reading off of the advertising copy now.
Someone should make a Dazzler album, like as Dazzler. They should release a real album.
That was supposed to be the thing. It was supposed to be a movie and an album when she came out.
I know. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I mean, they got History of the World Part 2 made on Hulu. Can't we do the Dazzler album?
Yes. Come on. Have AI do it.
I want Dazzler covering Padam Padam.
Oh my God. Are you a gay? Well, then that is your new favorite song.
I love that song.
Oh my God.
You know why? Because I'm a gay.
So good. But also it's because Kylie Minogue is doing what Madonna should have done. Madonna's like, I'm now going to get 5 million things of plastic surgery and make artsy albums. And you're like, stop it. Just fucking put out a dance, something you can fucking dance to.
Oh, she's done enough.
Madonna, she's done too much. Anyway.
Botox. Okay.
Well, anyway, any other hot topics?
Just that I want to talk about X-Men. It's burning a hole through me.
All right. Well, hit the music then.
I was reading X-Men comics in a cocktail bar. That much is true. Yeah.
X-Men. Hi. We're going to talk about 3 books.
Okay.
Storm number 1, Bishop War College number 4, and New Mutants, Lethal Legion number 3.
Let's go in worst from best.
Oh, girl, I didn't care about any of these books, so I'm going to have a hard time ranking that order.
I'm still going to go New Mutants, I think. We talk about starting off strong and then just falling flat.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was picking up.
Oh, see, I just feel like it's just not really going anywhere.
Well, they have to be. What I was surprised by was that they've already left Count Nefaria's mansion. So Escapade and Cerebella and Scout, they're undercover at Count Nefaria's lair because they want to steal from him. Wolfsbane is with Morgan, Escapade's best friend, doing stuff. And then we've got Moonstar and Karma showing up to rescue the kids from Count Nefaria's place. And there's a lot of fighting.
Yeah. And I don't know, it was all, and in the end, Cerebellum found some weapon. What was the weapon they found? What?
It was one of Uranos's weapons.
Oh, okay,
from
right.
The Inhumans War.
And so they find this weapon.
Inhumans, Eternals.
Eternals. They find this weapon, and they're like, oh, we can't take this back to Krakoa, or we'll like blow up Krakoa. But then, of course, there's a tracking device, and Nefarious is able to like kind of track them. And then there's also some weird tension going on where clearly now it looks like Escapade is kind of in love with Cerebellum.
Kind of crushing on Sarah and Martha Johansson. Yeah.
And Morgan, because Morgan is kind of left out of everything, Morgan is also like peeved at Escapade. And for me, I find the interpersonal dynamics more interesting than the fighting going on. The fighting just felt
and this was pretty much all fighting. Yeah, this is a very. And I feel also
the
book.
The art is not really.
Across the board, the art was not doing it for me in these books. This week. I mean, anytime somebody mentions the Mutant Massacre, I like it. So Morgan was like, why are all these walls burned? And Rain is like, oh, these tunnels used to belong to the Morlocks. It's a horrific story.
Anyway, I ate my father.
It all started when I ate me da.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so it was just, I felt it was going somewhere, and then I just feel like it's not going anywhere.
And they brought Moonstone. They brought Moonstone.
That was the big reveal. Is
Moonstone.
Yeah, Moonstone was the big villain reveal, and I'm like,
we don't really care about her.
No one really gives a shit about her. The last time someone gave a shit is when it was Thunderbolts was the only cool reveal.
Right,
Moonstone.
And I'm excited though for Moonstar to fight Moonstone.
Danny Moonstar, but you're saying Moonstar. That's just her last name.
I feel like she hasn't been called Mirage in ages. Has she?
True.
Is she Moonstar?
Well, she used her Mirage powers, I think, finally.
She did.
Every time she'll use them, and you're like, oh, yeah. Because I think most people are like, oh, she shoots these arrows because she's Indian. She shoots magic arrows. I'm like, can we...
Hate it.
We need to stop with the magic Indian arrows because she's Native American. It's gross. It's racist to me. What I mean, it's just like, oh, and then here's our next, here's a Navajo Indian, and they have the powers of turquoise jewelry. It's just
my God.
Cut it the fuck out.
This is EvilJeff. He is a mutant, and he can decorate.
I know. It's like, look, he can look at anyone, and they're automatically douched. Like, that would be a great power.
I would love that power.
Can you imagine if you looked at someone and their butt was automatically clean so you could just eat whoever's butt you wanted?
Oh, douche me.
Anyway.
Okay, should we move on to Storm?
Was that the worst? I guess. Yeah, sure.
Oh.
No, I don't know. You're right. It's tough. I think this is okay, let's talk about Storm. Everybody, Storm. Who is the writer? It's Ann
Nocenti.
Ann Nocenti, who is
former editor.
Yeah, old school X-Men editor and writer.
Chris Claremont's editor.
Yeah. Which is cool because, hey, we're traveling back to like the episodes 150 to 60 of the X-Men. And It was right when Joe groined the team. When Joe groined the team. When Rogue joined the team. Wolverine's getting married to Mariko. So they go to Japan. Everybody gets poisoned except Storm. She's having a nervous breakdown because she's now the leader of the Morlocks and killed Callisto. And she meets Yuriko, has this whole nervous breakdown being like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I want to do. And she decides to get all leather clothes and get a fucking mohawk. Wolverine gets ditched by Mariko, but I think it's because wasn't she like possessed by the Shadow King or something? Or
something.
Or not Shadow King.
Hogan?
No, who's the guy who makes all the makes you see things?
Mastermind.
Mastermind. I think Mastermind was like tricking her.
Probably.
And then Rogue like was able to prove herself a bit. So this is taking place like right after that. And it's kind of going, and we all saw Kitty Pryde saw Storm's outfit and was like, no, how could you get a mohawk? You're gross. Ah. And so it kind of picks up after that. And I will tell you this, it did kind of cut pretty quickly. A couple of issues later, everything seemed to be like, oh, we're all still cool with you now. And we never really saw a resolution to Kitty, like not really like being fucked up over Storm's
being uncomfortable.
Change.
Yeah.
So I love that idea. I love exploring it.
Yeah.
What they did with it is not what I wanted.
What would you have wanted?
I think I just wasn't, it's not even like plot wise I wanted something different. I just feel that Kitty being like, come on, Rogue, let's go get tattoos and I'm going to rebel. Yeah. It's so stupid because I'm like, are those real tattoos? She doesn't have tattoos. What? You can't get a tattoos when you're 13 years old. You can't get a tattoo. It didn't make any sense to me.
So that's what I'm dying to know. Are Kitty's tattoos real or not?
Or are they just like fake ones? Also, because it's like, unless you have your parent come, you can't get a tattoo when you're under 18, much less no one's going to tattoo a 13-year-old girl.
Seriously, and like she got like 2 sleeves done for fuck's sake.
I know.
Like,
you would be in
she
horrible
doesn't even have
pain.
bandages on.
Yeah, you'd be in a horrible pain. I hope they were just like, she just got a bunch of like cereal boxes or Cracker Jack boxes and they're all like fake tattoos.
Or I hope she got real ones and then the next time she phases, it all falls out of her.
Exactly.
The ink just falls out. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was all this thing of just like Kitty being like, you're all horrible. And then here's the other thing.
Wait. I'm sorry. Does she also get cornrows?
Yes.
Oh
and
my God.
Cornrows.
What the hell?
Can we have Stevie Hunter show up and go, what in Black
out.
Baby Jesus or the fuck are you doing?
What?
Get the fuck out of here. Slap her.
Of all people, Kitty Pryde.
I mean, Kitty Pryde, as we all know, of all the X-Men characters that have said the N-word, I think it's only
She said
one.
the N-word twice.
She has said it twice. I don't think any other
getting cornrows?
I don't think any other X-Men, including villains, have even said it once. Kitty Pryde has said the N-word
twice.
And she said, granted, she was both the time she was saying it, they were in context of being like, this is a bad thing.
Yes.
However,
but still,
she said to Stevie Hunter, a black woman,
oh my God,
the N-word to her face.
Oh.
Like, she didn't call her, she said the N-word lover.
How would you like it if someone called you?
Yeah. No, we don't need that. And granted, it was a different time, blah, 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 blah. But the problem is this character, that's part of their history now. It's like you can't rewrite out Hank Pym slapping Janet Van Dyne. You know, it happened. So we need to address it.
It happens.
Anyway, so Kitty Pryde is just being a total brat. And they're just like, oh, we don't know how we can rely on her on the team. How about maybe don't put a fucking 13-year-old on your violent kill squad, maybe.
Well, I mean, now we're going deep into Xavier issues.
Yeah, and so Storm and Xavier are fighting, and it was very reminiscent of the fights that they're having now.
Yes.
So, but then it was like,
how dare you take me from Africa?
Yeah, but then she goes off, and then she like meets some weird bad guy, and I was like, I don't care about that. I have another question, and listeners, all 5 of you, she got that outfit in Japan. I don't think, is that Callisto's vest?
Oh.
Was that Callisto's vest?
She killed her and then the vest meant leadership.
She was wearing that vest. But then she went to Japan and just had her regular outfit on, and then she's like, I'm going to go shopping and buy a whole new wardrobe. Did she have Callisto's vest with her the whole time too?
I would say yes. I think it's Callisto. It's got to be. I would choose for it to be Callisto's vest.
Okay.
I mean, like in the cartoon, doesn't she take her vest when she beats her? No.
I think
I'll have to
no, because
rewatch
I
that.
think the next issue where she's like, "I am your leader, Morlocks." I think she's wearing that vest.
Yeah.
But isn't the vest?
Take the vest.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I just felt it was like a really smart thing of like, oh, let's explore this. But I felt it didn't give me the resolution that I wanted. It just made me hate Kitty Pryde.
I don't want and I don't want a bad guy showing up where it's like, there is an interesting exploration of this moment in time in Storm's life and her relationship to the X-Men. It's interesting. And then I Can Control Water Better Man shows up, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't want that. All right, Bishop War College. This one leaned so heavily into the B plot, which is the crappy part of the book.
Yeah.
There was hardly any Bishop in Earth 63.
I'd say this book, which is the whole premise of this book, is like he lands in another dimension, another world where all mutants are black. But we're going to spend 66% of the plot on something else. Why?
It's something so trite.
I don't even remember. It was just Moira talking about how it's like, fuck Fenris. We'll use them to get into the pit. And then you're like, there's nothing in the pit too.
Right.
So all this is to go into the pit and there's nothing there.
But then the end of this book is interesting, where it seems the tempo, the Heather in Earth 63 is actually our 616.
So where was the other one? Is she dead? Did she kill her?
I don't know. Maybe she's tied up in a closet?
Yeah, because it was like, oh, it was me all along. I'm like, okay, well, where's the original
it's
one?
It's me. Oh, don't worry. She's in a time bubble.
Jesus Christ.
But I like that Tempo stopped this explosion that was going to kill everybody with her time powers. And she's probably just going to turn time backwards now. Next issue. Ugh. My God. I love her.
Yeah, it's just what a waste of a good, idea.
Yeah. More action on Earth 63, please.
Also, because the idea of the racial dynamics of if suddenly all African descent people were able to have powers, the dynamics of what that would do in racial tensions and everything, that's very fascinating. There's so much you could dig into of what the ramifications of that would be.
Like black people bringing a utopia to Earth alone is such a great story.
But also how there would, I think if that, I'm telling you right now, if suddenly only black people started getting superpowers, full on KKK and white
war.
Nationalists would just be out and about campaigning on elections.
And they would be seen as heroes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because
now does the X-Men world
America
make sense
is
to you?
Garbage. So I think it's those are very interesting things you can explore. And instead they're like, no, but Fenris and Moira. And you're like, ugh.
Oh, enough. Be more risky.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it for the X-Men books this week. There's another comic. Hopefully they get better.
Yeah.
There's another comic book. It's not X-Men, so we have to play new music.
Okay, play new music.
Comics that I have read. There's other comics than the X-Men, but who cares really?
Thank you. So there are certain names out there that when I see them on a comic book cover, I go, gimme. Al Ewing is one of them.
Okay.
We love Al Ewing. He writes X-Men Red.
Mm-hmm.
He's writing Nick Fury, #1. Seems to be a one-shot.
Okay.
That has a new status quo.
Is it setting something up or?
Yeah, it kind of is. It's weird. So it follows both Nick Furies, the original one and his son, who was inspired by the Ultimate Comics one, who was inspired by Sam Jackson. So we're following Nick Fury Jr. in the present day. And it's all very much about Scorpio and the Zodiac Key, like that classic Nick Fury arch nemesis from those like Jim Steranko, Nick Fury, really cool art, 70s books. So there's like all the Nick Fury lore has been updated. Like there's a new Scorpio. It's a woman. She's after the Zodiac Key and she's fighting Nick Fury. He's a black man. But it's all very classic Nick Fury feeling stuff. There's LMDs. But then we cut to flashbacks of old Nick Fury, of stuff about when he found out about the Man on the Wall and the Watcher and like all that stuff. It's basically chronicling his first meeting with the Watcher, which if you remember Original Sin, when he killed the Watcher, that all came to a head.
The original Nick Fury killed the Watcher?
Yeah, remember Original Sin, that murder mystery?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. It was Nick Fury who did it. So the Watcher is now even like more of a celestial being, having been shot. And Nick Fury is still known as the Unseen, which is where that book, Original Sin, left him. He was the new Watcher. He was the new Man on the Wall. He lived on the moon and he wore a cloak. Anyway, the whole point of this book.
Wait, does he still only have one eye?
Yeah, he still has a.
How do him and his son both only have one eye? Is that genetic?
I don't know. I don't know what that story is, but yeah. One eye, but then at the end, so they like fight the new Scorpio, father and son together. The Watcher's chilling, watching them. And then at the end, old Nick Fury, he's like, all right, well, I'm going to take this portal to another dimension because there's other adventures I need to have. You're officially Nick Fury now. Bye. And I was like, is this book created just to write the original Nick Fury out of the Marvel Universe? He's just a loose end.
So he was like, I'm out of here forever, and now
I'm outie forever. Like, you're not even Nick Fury Jr. anymore.
But he was just on the moon, so who cares? Why did he need to even go?
Right, I'm like, just leave him on the... He was just tucked up there on the moon. Leave him. But he's like, no, I have no business being anywhere near the 616. Goodbye.
And that was it? That was the whole point of that?
That was it. And...
Well, I'm glad I didn't read that.
Yeah. I mean, it was a big celebration of Nick Fury. It was the 60th anniversary of Nick Fury recently, and so that's why this book came out. But then at the end, it's like, to see what Nick Fury is doing in S.H.I.E.L.D., open up Fantastic Four, number 7. So I did.
Okay.
And it doesn't even happen until the end. So I read the whole story.
What's happening in Fantastic Four?
Oh, Sue Storm and Johnny saved the Earth by combining their powers in this like really cool, awesome way.
What, a stretchy, invisible force field?
I'm not. Oh, Johnny.
Oh, Johnny. Fiery force field.
And fire, invisible fire. And at the end, Maria Hill is like, "Hey, Nick Fury, official Nick Fury. Now that other guy's gone. Hey, Nick Fury." I want you to start S.H.I.E.L.D. again. Oh, I'm starting S.H.I.E.L.D. again. I want you to be a part of it. It now stands for something different because now their whole mission is to figure out how to combine different superheroes' powers and weaponize it.
What does it stand
for? I'm like, that is oddly specific.
That's very similar to the X-Men. What the X-Men are doing.
Very similar to mutant circuitry, which I was like, okay, what? So then she reveals the new S.H.I.E.L.D. acronym at the end, and I'm like, this is a stretch, honey.
Wait. Hold on. Let me try and guess.
Okay.
Is S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, here I'm going to be stupid. Is S.H.I.E.L.D. I-E?
Yeah, I before E except after C.
Okay. All right, so it stands for superhero... Inner, exterior, shut up. Love, dick. I don't know. What is it?
We got the love dick part right. It is superhuman intelligence, I don't even know if you can do that. Extra legal division. Extra legal is hyphenated. So it's Superhuman Intelligence : Extra Legal Division.
What did it used to stand for?
Oh, God damn you.
Was it like Star Hammer?
Strategic. Oh, God. They changed it for the movies.
Strategic homos extra
every
love dick. All right, whatever. That sounds stupid.
I'll never know.
That sounds dumb. Also, know what? And this Fantastic Four, I'm just still really annoyed about Franklin. I'm still not over that.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
So is he still just walking around with no powers? Not a mutant anymore?
I don't know. Not a mutant. No, my powers fizzled out. I have black hair, and I'm not a mutant. How about the Strategic Hazard Intervention Espionage Logistics Directorate? It was changed to that in 1991. Before that, it was Supreme Headquarters International Espionage Law Enforcement Division. In the movies, Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division. The movie one works.
Yeah, that's the best one. The other one had an extra E in there.
Right.
Yeah. Ugh. People, get your fucking, what is it, anagrams? No. What is it?
Acronyms.
Acronyms, right.
An anagram would be like if you rearranged Alec Guinness and came up with genuine class.
All them witches. Do you know what that's from?
No.
Of Rosemary's Baby.
Oh.
There's a scene where she takes the Scrabble pieces and starts rearranging the name of her neighbor. And then she realizes it's like a 90-year-old Satanist.
Yes.
Anyway.
Rosemary's
Baby. Great movie.
Great movie.
It was directed by a pedophile, so
right.
Do with that what you will, but it's still a great movie. What?
That Ruth Gordon.
Won the Oscar. I recently decided to show it to Joe, and he did not like it because he felt she was too stupid.
Yeah, she is stupid.
She is stupid, but I was also like, but that's like, I don't know. Women were stupid in the 60s? I don't know. I don't know what the right answer to that is.
Women on film, of course. Yeah, like I just watched The Apartment from 1960.
Yeah.
My God, does not pass the Bechdel test at all. Oh, my God. And Shirley MacLaine is she's just depicted as stupid.
Isn't a new musical based on The Apartment now? On Broadway or something? Isn't that happening?
Some Like It Hot.
No, there's a new musical that's like, it's not even called The Apartment, but the plot of it is from The Apartment.
Oh, interesting. I don't know.
I don't know. I have to figure that out. But anyway.
Okay.
S.H.I.E.L.D. Ugh. Sorry.
I know. All right, let's talk about some movies.
Hit the music, please.
I always feel like I'm watching a comic movie or TV.
Promises with Sean Hayes and Kristen Chenoweth.
There we go. I knew there was one. With all Burt Bacharach songs.
Yeah.
All right, well, I must say, I would love to see that because I love Burt Bacharach.
Love it.
But once again, Burt Bacharach, not very pro-women songs. One of my favorite songs by Dusty Springfield is called You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, which basically is like, you don't have to say you love me. You don't have to do anything. Just don't dump me.
Jesus.
Not a great message for women.
Seriously.
All right.
You like movies with music in them, right?
I do. Did you I saw something with music in it.
You did?
I did. I saw The Little Mermaid.
Oh, okay. So is it love it or hate it? Toot or a boot?
I'm going to give it just a full on. There was things that I thought were really good, but then I thought there were things that were really horrible. And so I honestly am just giving it middle of the road. I think people should see it and support it just for the fact that I feel people are wanting it to fail because it has a black lead. And so in my opinion, I'm like, go see it because I'll tell you one thing, that is the best thing in the goddamn movie.
Halle Bailey.
Yes, Halle Berry, Barry.
Bailey.
Halle Bailey is phenomenal. Amazing singer. Her acting was great. And then Prince Eric is played by Jonah Howard King, and he's hot. And their chemistry, like, you believe it that they're in love. And they took everything a bit of a step down, where it's like, it's not in marriage, it's an engagement. It's all like, everything's not like that Disney, like, and she's kind of like, her main goal to be on the land is to be free and to explore the top. Is not because, oh, he's so hot. The more reason she's attracted to Eric is because he's like, I feel that we should be nice to whatever's happening. If there are sea creatures in the sea, we should be friends with them. Like, she's attracted to the fact that he's peaceful. And not like in the cartoon, she's like, oh my God, he's so dreamy.
I want him in me, in my fishness.
Yes. Now, that being said... And people might come for me for this, but Melissa McCarthy, no.
I honestly, when I saw her like one or two lines in the trailer, I was like, why is she not having fun? Why isn't she being big and like cartoonish?
And I'll tell you this, there's something, and that being big and bold and over the top, throughout the board, I feel like Eric and Ariel aren't supposed to be that, because they're the cores of the show. Every other side character is supposed to be big and boisterous and over the top.
And they're all
Sebastian
subdued.
the crab, subdued, terrible.
Yeah.
Every joke fell completely flat. It was all terrible. And the person who played Sebastian, Daveed Diggs, could be the next thing. They say he's going to be the thing.
Yes.
He was terrible.
Oh no,
Jacob Tremblay, and it wasn't necessarily like,
Jacob Tremblay.
It was just
never put
it
in
was
a
just
bad
very flat.
performance.
Jacob Tremblay played Flounder, but the animation of Flounder was very terrible.
Twink death.
All of the CGI was not good. The swimming, all of the swimming, it did not.
Oh
look that
God,
good.
if you can't get the swimming right.
The end, when Ursula gets really big and huge, they fucked it up so bad that the colorist made it almost completely black. And you could hear everyone in the theater being like, you can't see anything. Like, it was almost pitch black to cover up how bad the CGI was.
Oh, God.
The crazy thing is, this actress, let me look at her, Jessica Alexander. You know how Ursula turns into a hot girl with Ariel's voice?
Yeah.
For some reason, she doesn't have Ariel's voice, which doesn't make any sense. But the actress who was playing hot Ursula, that like is convincing Eric to marry her, she tore it up. Like,
oh, really?
When it was revealed that she was evil before she turned back into Melissa McCarthy, she was tearing it up. And I'm like, this bitch has been on screen for 2 minutes and she is giving me everything that I've wanted every other actor to do. Javier Bardem played King Triton. Horrible. It was all I put the blame on Rob Marshall, the director. He directed Chicago, won an Oscar for it, and has never done a good movie since. I think he tried to make it all serious, but put jokes in it and just had it delivered all serious. It just fell flat. But I still say Halle Bailey performance is amazing, and it's worth seeing it for her. But yeah, but overall, everything else just fell flat for me. And because here's the deal. Most of these live action remakes, you're like, why? Why are these being made? Besides to make Disney extra money, because there's no point to them. And I will say for this one, the point of this is so little girls can go see a Little Mermaid. Like if a person of color can see Little Mermaid and see, oh, the mermaid can be a person of color. And I think that's a great thing. So this one actually has like a reason for it to exist. I'm just disappointed that the rest of it kind of fell flat.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm just comparing it to the cartoon, which I've seen like 1,000 times, which I just love.
I mean, it's got, big flippers to fill.
Yeah, and just the majority of the side cast just did not fill it for me. Sorry.
Oh,
but still the thing that everybody is going to be complaining about, which is like, can a black lead carry them? Like, fuck off. She's the great part of the movie. So anyone saying that if this fails or succeeds or whatever is based on if it's her fault, you can all fuck off, because that's not true.
No, it's Jacob fucking Tremblay's fault. Speaking of dumb little shits, I saw.
What did you see?
Shazam! Fury of the Gods on Cinemax's new streaming platform, Max.
Cinemax's new platform.
Isn't it Cinemax? It must be, surely. It can't be an HBO property.
Discovery. Yeah.
It's so dumb. The name change is dumb.
Yeah.
Why
and you have to load a whole new app.
You have to load a whole new app, and then once I did, it was like Shazam! Fury of the Gods, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I'm like, okay, I'll watch it.
How was it?
It is. I mean, it's just the most formulaic. Like it was probably written by AI, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It feels like it's a superhero movie written by AI. Now, like the only I think fun part of these movies is the other Shazams, like Adam Brody and Ross Butler and the cute little girl, right, and the hot gay one. But a lot of the movie is about them getting their powers taken away. So they're pretty much just kids.
Gross.
They're kids for a lot of it instead of their hot adult versions. And I was like, who the fuck wants this? Of course, the only one who retains his powers the whole movie is Billy Batson, Shazam himself, played by Zachary Levi. And honestly, I'm rooting for Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu.
How are they in it?
Honestly,
were they like eating up the scenery? Were they chewing it up?
I would have liked them to do more.
Yeah.
Another one. It's like you have an opportunity to go big and chew the scenery and be campy and fun, and they're just like they're both pretty subdued. Helen Mirren, I think, was doing a good job. Lucy Liu, have fun, girl.
She was just cashing a check.
So whatever. It turns out she's the real villain. Like there's a third villain, and it's what's her face from West Side Story, Rachel Zegler.
Wait, what? Who is she? Is she a kid?
She's like a kid. She's like one of the three sisters: Helen Mirren, Lucy Liu, and.
Oh, I thought you meant she was like one of the sisters of Shazam.
No, she's one of the three sisters of Atlas, daughters of Atlas. Excuse me.
And she's the real bad one.
No, she's the one that turns and like sides with the good guys, and then Helen Mirren does too.
Oh, so Lucy Liu is the main villain.
Lucy Liu's one in Act 3. It's like she's gone crazy, and the other two is like, oh my god, we're so sorry, she's being such a bitch.
Oh no.
So can I spoil the end?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's so weird. So Billy Batson, Shazam, dies, saving the world, and he's like dead. And the only way you could possibly bring him back is if a god held like the staff of Shazam and resurrected him. And the wizard is like, but there are no gods left to save him. And then all of a sudden you hear, there's one. What
does Wonder Woman show
up? Gal Gadot. Yes. And she grabs the staff and resurrects Shazam, and he comes back to life.
Oh, that's cute.
It's cute. It's really funny. They have there were moments that made me laugh. There is a scene where he's at dinner with Wonder Woman. So I guess they set up her appearance at the end, but she never shows her face. Like, it's obviously not Gal Gadot. They just don't show her face. And then when they do show her face, it is the wizard, Jimon Hisu, right? Is that how you say his name?
I think so.
Yeah, Jimon Hunsu. He's the wizard, and so he's like trying to send a message to Billy, and he does it through Wonder Woman's body. So when Wonder Woman does turn around, she's got his face.
What?
It's so weird. It's his face on Wonder Woman's head and body talking to Billy. It's really bizarre. Anyway,
is it worth watching?
It's like kind of fun, but only like I was just like really hungover this morning, and I was like, I can't move, I can't think. I know, I'll put Shazam on. And
speaking of like supporting stuff, Zachary Levi is now all crazy right wing and anti-vax.
Oh, I know. That's why I was rooting for Helen Mirren.
Yeah,
he's crazy. He's on like fucking Steve Bannon's show.
Yeah, like what is going on with people?
Like the first character to lose their powers is the one who turns into Adam Brody. I'm like, okay, so now Adam Brody's just not going to be in this movie. Great. Why am I watching it?
I know all of them. All the fellas when they turned, I was like, ooh,
oh,
sexy.
And the Latino one he's the gay one. He comes out at the end.
Oh, nice. As an adult or as a kid?
As the kid.
And he was like, I like dick. And everyone was like, yeah.
And they're like, we know, faggot. I was like, I can't believe they said faggot in this movie.
I know. It's nuts.
It's nuts. Anyway, I hate Zachary Levi.
Yeah. But the movie tanks, so they're never going to make another one. So we don't have to worry about it.
Oh, but they do in a post-credit scene. They kind of tie all the disparate DC stuff together, kind of. So the end, it's from Peacemaker. It is James Gunn's wife. What's her name? Jennifer Holland, right? And the big guy, the dorky one.
Yeah.
They're looking for Shazam, and they're inviting him. They're like, would you like to join the Justice? He's like, yes. Oh my God, yes, 1,000 times yes. And they're like, okay, well, see you at the next Justice Society meeting. He's like, wait, Society? Not League? And they're like, nope, you're now a member of the Justice Society of America. So that's Black Adam stuff.
Is that insinuating a whole new thing, or he's in a different universe?
I think it's just, they're just tying it to Black Adam.
Okay. Which I also, did you watch Black Adam? I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that shit either.
I also didn't hate it again because you're just putting on a dumb superhero movie.
You just liked it because
not trying to be
anything. Liked it
anything.
because it was just showing Justice Society characters.
I and I have to say they were pretty good. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
And who is the guy who played Mr. Echo? Is a Hawkman, and he was really good too.
All right.
So I mean, DC movies, I'm watching them. I'm doing my job.
Ew, I watched a DC movie.
Ew. Yeah, they're not great. I mean, an occasional chuckle, after about an hour 45, you're like, how much more of this is there?
I know.
You get, yeah.
We need to have just a serious mix up. I think it's the Save the Cat kind of script setup. Just everybody is now just doing the exact same formula where it is starting to feel like AI.
Yeah.
Where you need to have someone kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yes.
Well, I get it.
It is not the guy that played Mr. Echo. I'm so sorry. Aldous Hodge played Hawkman. He is so sexy. Oh, and Noah, what's his name? Noah Centineo?
Yeah.
He's Atom Smasher. All very good.
He's getting backlash right now.
Oh, what'd he do?
Because he's actually Italian. No, it's because he's Italian and he keeps getting cast as Latino parts. But he's just white. And so everybody's mad at him.
Can't do that.
Yeah. But I will say I fully believe that he was Latino the entire time. So.
Well, that's the power of Hollywood.
Yeah.
All right.
In our next episode, we will be discussing the interracial dynamics of Hollywood.
That's right.
No, we won't.
Sex and power.
Is there any movies or new TV shows coming out with superheroes in them coming up?
June 21st, we have Secret Invasion.
Ooh.
Which I am very excited for. And that's kind of why I read this Nick Fury book. Again, Al Ewing wrote it, but also, let's get excited for Nick Fury, everybody.
And I believe in September is Deadpool.
It is?
I think,
no.
Didn't they release the poster for it?
What?
Or maybe it was a fake one.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that 3?
But yeah. No, it's coming out November of 24.
Oh, November of 24. Damn it. I don't know why my head. Oh. No, it is coming out in September, but of 24. September 6th, 2024.
I'm seeing an article now that it's rumored we'll get Famke, James, and Hallie in Deadpool 3.
Oh, yes. Yes. Halle Berry, who I hated as Storm until Days of Future Past, where she finally kind of was like, yes, this is the Storm I want.
Yes. A dead one.
A dead one. Shit. Well, I think we covered everything.
We did.
Thanks for listening. Or if you didn't listen, then fuck you. And you're not going to hear me saying fuck you because you're not listening. But if you are listening, that fuck you is not for you.
But oh my God, fuck me. Do you know how I became gay?
How?
Well, I was reading comics and I forgot that if you read comics, well, then that makes you queer. And now I'm queer.
Me too. Bye.
Bye.